Well, you know what's funny, Central, and I want everyone that's listening and watching to know this. As many, we use the word haters and it sounds so negative, but really, there are people in your life, I guess we give them that label because they don't necessarily agree with what we're doing. They don't necessarily see what we see in our vision. So call them haters, non-believers, whatever you want to call them. They may outnumber your supporters, but to Centrell's point, you only need a couple of people who believe in you. You'll never have an equal amount of supporters. I know in my personal experience, I don't have hundreds of people saying, or thousands of people saying, you can do it. I believe in you. Go for it. Doesn't matter if you can pay your bills or not. Reach for the stars. The majority of the people, they're afraid for you. They're afraid that if you, lose something or if something doesn't look right, they hurt for you. So I just wanted to make a point that you only need a couple of people. So Central, to answer your question, I only had, two or three people, if that really were those mentors during those periods where I felt like giving up. One of them comes to mind. I know I use him a lot. He probably gets tired of it, but oh well. One of my mentors in the entertainment industry, Belma Johnson, he's a prominent producer. He's been in the industry for probably 30 years. We talked for years. He got me involved in several projects and, exposed me to a lot, which was very valuable for me. And the most important conversation that I remember having with him, I was very discouraged at a time in my life where I felt like quitting, giving up. And, he didn't sympathize with me. You don't need sympathy. You do not need pity. You need some sound advice, some sound counsel. And he got very stern with me, hurt my feelings. I needed it. And he said, you want everybody else to believe in you, but you need to believe in yourself. And he hung up the phone. And we are still friends to this day. So don't be sensitive when it comes to your mentors. You got to have thick skin. If you really want to go to where, what's in your heart, if you really want to fulfill your destiny, you're going to need some people that tell you the truth. If your breath stinks, they need to, tell you here's a mint, and you should want the truth and stop being in denial and you walking around with halitosis. So my point is, he told me the truth and it hurt, but it catapulted me to where I am right now because you need to look in the mirror. You need to do some self-examination. So be grateful for that two or three people that's in your life that mentor you. Don't run from correction or from honest feedback that doesn't stroke your ego. Don't run from that. Run to that. And I've had, two or three people that have done that for me. And that's what kept me believing because it wasn't a fantasy. A lot of people, when it comes to dreams, no, they're really fantasizing. There's a difference. Central, you told me something, and I'll say this lastly. You said months ago, Timothy, I'm not a motivational speaker. I am a action coach. And I said, where did you coin that? You need to trademark it. But the truth is, she instills in people more than a dream. You need to take action, because if you're not taking action, it's a fantasy. So the people that were in my life that held me accountable, they told me the truth and they pushed me to take action. And now I'm here talking to Centrell.
Well, there you go. I appreciate that plug, T Smooth. Look at you.
You
Well,
already know.
you know how we've done. We have been mentor and mentee to each other for years. Your circle is important. Your counsel is important. You need role models. You need coaches. You need those people that are going to teach you faster so that you can go farther. That is the way that it works. We're having great conversations here, T Smooth. We're going to be back in a few. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in at Simply Centrell on Facebook. Like, share, follow. This is positive conversation. Everyone needs to understand it's time to change your circle. You want to take the limits off? Hashtag possibilities. Change who's in your company. We'll talk to you in a few.